Thank you for being here today. Today's session is all about emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence refers to the ability to identify and manage one's own emotions, as well as the emotions of others. Emotional intelligence is generally said to include a few skills, namely emotional awareness or the ability to identify and name one's own emotions. The ability to harness those emotions and apply them to tasks like thinking and problem solving, and the ability to manage emotions, which includes both regulating one's own emotions when necessary and helping others to do the same. So, what is the difference between IQ and EI? So, intelligence quotient scored is derived from a standardized test designed to measure intelligence. IQ relates to intellectual abilities like how well you learn, understand, and apply information. People with higher IQs can think abstractly and make mental connections more easily, while EI or emotional intelligence is using emotions to think and enhance our reasoning. Those with high EI are able to manage their emotions as well as use their emotions to facilitate their thinking and understand the emotions of others. There are key parts of the whole person in EQ. So in expertise, IQ, what you bring to work. So in personality, who you are at work. While in EQ, how you make the most of your expertise in your personality. AI is utilizing your emotions to determine the right response, right time, right person. But AI is not just being nice or suppressing emotions, giving free rein to emotions, or attempting to be a robot or be passive. The roots of emotional intelligence, according to the theory of emotional intelligence, was introduced by Peter Solovey and John T. Mayer in 1990s and further developed and brought to the lay public by Daniel Goleman. The concept, also known as emotional quotient or EQ, has gained wide acceptance. However, some psychologists argue that because EQ cannot be captured by a psychometric test scan, for example, general intelligence, it lacks true explanatory power. So to further understand or enhance our information all about emotional intelligence, let us answer a few questions about emotional intelligence. How self-aware is an emotionally intelligent person? Now, the emotional intelligent are highly conscious of their own emotional states, even negative ones. Do the emotionally intelligent have better handle or self-regulation? Person high in EQ is not impulsive or hasty with their actions. They think before they do. This translates into steady emotion regulation, or the ability to reduce how intense an emotion feels. Taking anger or anxiety down a notch is called down regulation. So the emotionally intelligent are able to shift gears and lighten mood, both internally and externally. Are the emotionally intelligent tuned into the emotions of others? Such people are especially tuned into the emotions that others experience. It's understandable that sensitivity to emotional signals both from within oneself and from one's social environment could make one a better friend, parent, leader, or romantic partner. Being in tune with others is less work for others. Are emotionally intelligent more empathic? This person is able to recognize and understand the emotions of others, a skill tied to empathy. A person with a high IQ can hear and understand another person's point of view clearly. The empathic are generally supportive of the people in their lives and they easily modulate their emotions to match the mood of another person as well. Is emotional intelligence a valid construct? This is subject of active debate within the field. Some personality psychologists argue that emotional intelligence can be more parsimoniously described by traits such as agreeableness and even charisma. A highly charismatic person, for example, is socially adept and can quickly read a room. How to cultivate emotional intelligence. So we are naturally drawn to a person with high EQ. We are comfortable and at ease with their easy rapport. It feels as though they can read social cues with superhuman ability. Perhaps they can even mind read how other people feel to some extent. This effortlessness is welcome in all domains of life, at home, in social settings, and at work. So who wouldn't want a boss who understood how you are feeling and what we are trying to accomplish? I think all of us want this. So can I learn to be more emotionally intelligent? Yes, you can. So you can start by learning to identify the emotions you are feeling as well as understanding them. If you are able to name the emotion you are feeling, you have a better chance of understanding what you are feeling. So you can also learn to better regulate your emotions just by stopping and thinking before you act and judge. These skills will help you marshal inner resolve and stick to what really matters in life. Are the emotionally intelligent higher performers in the workplace? While some studies have found a link between emotional intelligence and job performance, many others have shown no correlation whatsoever, and the lack of a scientifically valid scale makes it difficult to truly measure or predict how emotionally enthusiastic a person may be in the job or in other areas of life. Are the emotionally intelligent more motivated? These people are able to mobilize and utilize their emotions. They are motivated to manage tasks and problem-solving obstacles. They are connected to who they are and what they value in life, which are foundational for prioritizing and reaching any objective or goal. Knowing what matters is crucial for productivity. Can you test emotional intelligence in the workplace? In recent years, some employers have incorporated emotional intelligence tests into their application and interview processes. And the theory that someone is high emotional intelligence would make a better leader or co-worker. However, it is not clear if these measures are accurate or even useful. Can emotional intelligence be measured? Testing for it in the workplace, for example, is difficult because there is no validated psychometric test or scale for emotional intelligence as there is for the general intelligence factor. And many argue that emotional intelligence is therefore not an actual construct, but a way of describing interpersonal skills. Is it possible to make a decision without emotion? Reason without emotion is neurologically impossible, according to Dr. Antonio Damasio. So good news, emotional intelligence can be developed. People feel before they think and act. It's possible to change people's responses to feelings. These changes have positive impact on individual and team behavior. New behavior improves jobs performance. There are self-awareness strategies. Observe the ripple effect from your emotions. Visit your values, check yourself, know who and what pushes your buttons. Stop and ask yourself why you do the things you do. Seek feedback. Self-management strategies. Take control of your self-talk. Count to 10. Smile and laugh more. Learn a valuable lesson from everyone you encounter. Social awareness strategies. Greet people by name, watch body language, live in the moment, practice the art of listening, step into their shoes. So in relationship management, there are tips that we need to learn. So remember that emotions play a role in every interaction you have with another person, so whether we are aware of them or not. Emotions often influence the back and forth between two people more than the words being said. This is the ability to spot emotions in the midst of an interaction or understand their influence and respond effectively and the essence of relationship management. This can be very hard to do. To recognize your emotions or others, recognize your mistake, make a repair by acknowledging your mistake, or show empathy and be earnest. So there are relationship management strategies that we need to learn. First, you have to be open, curious, take feedback well, and build trust, or acknowledge the other person's feelings. Tackle a tough conversation and remember the little things that poke a punch. So to increase your EI, research shows that people improve their EI most when the following conditions are present. They have a strong motivation to learn or change. Second, they practice new behaviors consistently. Third, they seek feedback on their own behavior. So here are examples of action plan in EI. Number 1, pick an EI skill to work on. Number 2, pick 3 strategies to begin using for your chosen skill. Number 3, choose an EI mentor. Number 4, keep the following in mind as you apply. Expect success, not perfection. Practice, practice, practice. Be patient. So the last one is measure your progress. So okay, you can do this action plan to improve your EI skill. So emotions have taught mankind to reason. That's all. Thank you for watching.